So today we are going to be talking about some supposed leaks for Modern Warfare 4's possible co-op survivalish mode, and we're going to be talking about this because this is a really interesting and kind of exciting at the same time, because it seems like we may be getting something different for our co-op mode instead of zombies, and it's going to be supposedly replaced with something that could be really cool, to say the very least. But first, I do want to make sure everyone knows where these leaks are coming from and how unlikely they sound, because just the little story of where these leaks are coming from, I mean, they're supposedly from a former Treyarch QA tester, and you're probably thinking, what's a Treyarch QA tester having to do with Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 4? Well, apparently he got fired from Treyarch, he was upset with them, but he also knew some QA testers from Infinity Ward, and then his friends, those other QA testers, kind of leaked him this information, and now he's leaking it to us. And I mean, that story sounds like it's a mixture of the last two QA stories that we got from Treyarch. I mean, one dude got fired from Treyarch for no reason, and then the other dude is he had a friend of a QA tester, and he leaked the QA tester's information that he gave to his friend. I mean, it honestly sounds like a mixture of those two stories. So I mean, I don't know how likely it is, but even if it's not true, I still want to talk about it because it really is some interesting like concepts that we could be fitting into the Call of Duty's co-op mode, and I would love to see some change up. I mean, I wouldn't complain. I mean, I would love some IWs or Infinity Wards, excuse me, another year of their zombies. I love that too, but I would love a little bit more if they tried to do something different like they did with Extinction, except something a little bit more, and that may be exactly what we're getting here. But what I'm going to do real quick before I share what I think about it, I first want to read exactly what he said about this and just share with you guys just exactly what he said. Then after that, I will share my opinions on this and then we'll just do that. So the new co-op mode is a survival based mode, but it's more like an open world. Think battle royale type of maps, just huge maps. You will have a level progression for certain unlocks, guns, attachments, etc. The objective is to kill, collect certain things, will have a skill tree system. This is being worked on by Raven alongside Infinity Ward. Will come with the one map at launch, as far as I know, with plans to release one every other month. The last time I heard anything about this mode was early last year, so a lot could have changed. No name for it as of then. So this is interesting. Now, I'd first just love to hear what you guys think about it right away. Just go down to the comments and tell me what you guys think of this, what this sounds like right away, because there's a lot in here that really gets me excited. I mean, especially when I first heard a survival open world in Call of Duty. I mean, that is something that sounds so cool, because I've always thought that the other studios should mix up their co-op mode, but it should stick to being survival. I thought that's something they should stick to, and this sounds like something that I've been kind of interested in for a while, this idea of an open world survival mode inside Call of Duty with just this big map. And there's a lot of things, not only that just sounds really cool. I mean, that alone just gets me excited to hear of some open world survival mode inside Call of Duty, but on top of that, hearing things like having the progression system obviously sounds cool, and then you have of course you have to collect certain things, and you have a skill tree system. I mean, all of that, all these ideas sound really cool. But my kind of issue with all of this is that even though he says all of these things, a lot of things I really like the idea of, just like I went over, but I mean, what is this mode? I mean, what are you doing in this mode? Because the only thing he said is that the objective is to kill. But what? I mean, the objective is to kill all the time in every Call of Duty mode of all time. I mean, your objective in zombies to kill zombies, your objective in multiplayer, kill other players, your objective in campaign to kill the AI, the objective in, I guess, even Extinction is to just kill the aliens. I mean, that is the objective in everything. So you can be I mean, that's a bit, really a lot vague, I'm just saying. So I don't really know what the actual objective is. I mean, personally, I would hope that the objective isn't to kill other players, because I mean, if it is just to kill other players, isn't this just quads battle royale? I mean, that's all this is, because you jump in an open world, or you're in an open world with, of course, a huge map, and you're surviving killing other players. that is Battle Royale right there. So I'm hoping it's not some weird Battle Royale. I mean, I'm hoping it's a survival mode like he said, but he doesn't explain how it's survival. And I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, but I could be he could just be being very vague. But what I think is more likely, if these, I guess, leaks are true, actually has to do with what he said right there at the end, that all of this that I heard was said around early last year, so that's pretty much a year ago. This was pretty much a year into development for Infinity Ward's next game. And I mean, let's think about that for a second. That's really early on in development. So what he probably heard, and again, if this is true, these were just brainstorming ideas of what they're possibly going to do for their co-op mode. These could just be ideas that they threw out there and tried to put together just to do test runs, I guess, just to try to figure out what they could do to just make a new co-op mode. And honestly, I really hope if that was the case, because again, these are all really cool ideas, but they're not put into any sort of action here because they're just ideas. That's all that he did here. He just shared ideas, and that's why, again, if this is all true, this was just probably them throwing out ideas for what they could do for their co-op mode. And I really hope this is what it is, and now they built upon all these different ideas. A big map with a survival mode, with just these progression systems, just stuff like that. I really hope that's what they kind of built upon, and now they have something a lot different currently built right now that is just something amazing. That's really what I'm really hoping for, because a lot of this, again, that's exactly what I'm saying. A lot of this sounds cool, but it has no identity. I mean, there's nothing here to tell you what it is. It's just a lot of cool concepts without being put anywhere, and that's why, I mean, I want to see that these leaks sound a little valid, but at the same time, the story doesn't really add up for me. But regardless, that's all I really have to say about it. It's just a really cool concepts, but I don't know what exactly the mode is, so that's all I could say about it. But again, I'd love to hear what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys like the idea of this open world survival mode for a co-op? I know I would love something like that from Call of Duty, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about everything this guy said. But that's about it for this video, and if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm going to go, I'll catch you guys next stream video or whatever it may be, but laters, guys.